Well, we're back, and we're starting the 2026 American Legion North Carolina Area 4 broadcast, where we finished our coverage last year in Shelby at Keeter Stadium, host site of the American Legion World Series, where the post-70 Asheville Cardinals season came to a close last year with an impressive 2-1 showing in that World Series, only to be eliminated by a tiebreaker ruling. And they'll face off versus a strong post-82 Shelby team, a very young and yet very talented roster that's loaded with a lot of college-level potential. Last year, Shelby handed Asheville their only regular season loss, so it's set to be a good one here at the Mecca of American Legion baseball. Area 4 play is back in full swing, and we're here for it, so stay tuned.
Baseball University of the Blue Ridge welcomes you to the American Legion streaming series presented by Papa's and Beer Authentic Mexican Grill. I'm Hunter Street, and now is Ryan Cook, and we're live from Veterans Field at Keeter Stadium on the beautiful campus of Shelby High School for a North Carolina American Legion Area 4 matchup between Asheville Post 70 and Shelby Post 82.
It doesn't seem that long ago that we were right here watching these Cardinals battle on the ESPN. You know, it was the big time. It felt like minor league baseball, College World Series environment, you know. So we were watching the Super Regionals a little bit on the way down today. And, you know, baseball atmosphere is vibrant at the moment here in the first week of June. And Hunter had mentioned it. We have a great new headline sponsor, Papa's and Beer of Hendersonville, and trying something a little new this year, trying to whip up some commercials and some finer graphics for our viewing audience. So let's go ahead and take a moment to thank our sponsor.
Papa's and Beer first opened their doors in 2001 with a simple mission to serve great, affordable, California-inspired Mexican food. Come enjoy their award-winning flavor with a quick lunch, relaxed dinner with friends, or a festive meal with a large group in their spacious dining room. For a cozy night in, takeout is available with delivery through DoorDash and Takeout Central for your convenience. Head over to 1821 Asheville Highway in Hendersonville or check out the menu on papasandbeerhendo.com. Thank you to Papa's and Beer for sponsoring the American Legion Baseball streaming series.
Well, we apologize for the misconception there. They don't do DoorDash anymore.
Oh,
They
no.
used to.
Yeah.
They do order a lot of DoorDash there. I deliver to Papa's and Beer a lot. So their employees love DoorDash.
So there is DoorDash.
There's
Let's
DoorDash
be real,
around.
folks. Well, hey, look, we're excited to be back. Very excited to have Papa's and Beer on as our headline sponsor. I know when my son Jesse, he's 12 years old, when he found out that Papa's and Beer was involved, he about did a backflip because that's his favorite restaurant in the whole wide world. And again, we encourage y'all when you're visiting Henderson County to come up to Papa's and Beer. But let's take a moment here and tell you a little bit about our coaches on both sides here. For Post 70, you've got Chris Decker. I believe it was his fourth season as the head coach here at Asheville, but his seventh overall in the program. He took a little hiatus there to coach the Post 77 team when Henderson County had a team. That was back in 21 and 22. Prior to that, he was the assistant coach, I believe, with Brian Pegg, 2018 to 2020. But he's been the head dog here the last few years and brought him to the echelon of American Legion baseball, the World Series here at Shelby last year. And on the other side, Charlie Ruff, it's his 17th year here at Post 82, his fifth as the head coach. He's got a 95 and 43 record overall as the head coach entering into the season. And before taking over to the helm in 21, he was the head coach of the Junior Legion team. Again, Coach Ruff, very involved in the Shelby community and great head coaches on both sides. Take a little bit of time to review last season. Okay, so for all our Area 4 fans, Asheville Post 70 was first place last year, 18-2, 16-2 in the conference, and Shelby Post 82 is tied for second with Cherryville. They were 22-4, 14-4 in the conference. And the only difference you're going to see with those standings this year is that North Wilkesboro no longer has a senior team. Still has a junior team, but there's only 9 teams in Area 4 this season. Asheville Post 70. All right.
Well, this is my beauty.
All right. So, look, now, Guy Fisk, if you're watching, this one's for you because I know you love hearing the accomplishments. When you guys sponsored our high school broadcast, you always asked me to make sure I read them all out. So let's go through it. Regular season record of 18-2, 16-2 in conference. They were the Area 4 regular season champions. In the playoffs, they swept Rutherford County 3-0. Then went on to sweep Caldwell 3-0, and then they beat Cherryville in that final one-game playoff. Heading into the state tournament, they were the number 1 seed. They took out Rowan County in game 1. They beat Pitt County in game 2. Beat Wilmington in game 3, lost to Garner in game 4, but came back to win game 5 and move on to the Southeast Regionals. Game 1, they beat Florence, South Carolina. Game 2, beat Richland, South Carolina. Game 3, they beat Troy, Alabama, also post 70. And then they beat Jacksonville, post 316, and then beat Troy again to move on to the American Legion World Series. In game 1 of that World Series, they beat Bossier City, the Mid-South champ, 7-6, lost to Chesapeake, the eventual champions, 5-4, and then they won against Greece, New York, 11-0 in 5 innings. It felt like a loss, though, because of the tiebreaker. Asheville Post 70 had to win that game, I believe, 14-0, which
got
meant
down to the 4th tiebreaker.
Yep,
the
and
only
so-
thing after that would have been a coin flip.
Yep, so 36-4 overall. Great season for Post 70. Post 82 also very well, 22-4, 14-4 overall. They were the number 3 seed going to the playoffs. They swept the Gaston Braves 3-0 in the quarterfinals, and then lost to Cherryville in the semifinals in 5 games. It was a best-of-5 series. So again, they finished 27-7 overall. Very good teams out here tonight. I want to remind you real quick that you are in the pregame show here for Ion Outdoors. Do we have their commercial ready to go today? No? Okay, so I sent Hunter over a commercial. We'll have it ready for game 2, but we're going to go ahead and do it as an ad read today. So again, thank you to Ion Outdoors, our pregame sponsor. Summer is right around the corner, and now is the time to make your dreams of a pool, patio, porch, pergola, outdoor fireplace, grill space, hardscaping, or just about anything else you can dream up for your backyard come true. Ion Outdoors can turn your dream backyard space into a reality. Visit their website at ionoutdoors.com to learn more. Now, again, we will have a commercial for them in game 2. Our second game of the broadcast will be Wednesday next week versus Cherryville. And Ion Outdoors is going to be sponsoring our Player of the Week for Area 4. So, coaches, if you're listening, on Sunday, I'll be sending out an email to all the Area 4 coaches to nominate their top performers, and we will celebrate them on social media that following Monday. All right, so let's talk a little bit about how these teams are starting off in their 2026 season. Asheville Post 70 is currently 3-1, 1-1 in the Area 4 conference. They lost to Hickory Post 48 the other day, opened up the season with a win versus Burke. They swept Anderson in 2 games. That's a South Carolina Post 14. But then again, like I said, lost to Hickory the other day. I think Hickory has got a good young team. Year in and year out, there's fluctuation in how these teams do. So for Asheville to have such a good season this year and already have a loss, it makes things exciting already here in Area 4. This week, again, this is the final game of the week after beating Anderson and losing to Hickory. Next week, they got Cherryville on Wednesday. We will be there for that. Then Friday at home versus the Gaston Braves, and then Sunday at Caldwell. I believe we were doing the Wednesday and the Friday game. Post 82, they're off to a 1-2 start, 0-1 in the conference. Last week, I should say, a win over Easley, Post 52 in South Carolina. Lost to Garner, so again, familiar name from the east side of the state. And then this week, lost to Gaston, 14-1. So looking to rebound here. Next week, they'll have Burke on Monday, and then Hickory on Wednesday. And then they're going to a Charleston, South Carolina tournament for 4 days from Thursday, June 11th to Sunday, June 14th. So again, we're going to have our lineup introductions here, and they're going to do the code of ethics that they repeat out there that we like, and then the national anthem. And then I believe we will be coming back to you guys with lineups and defensive alignments as well. But first, let's go ahead and pull up those current Area 4 standings just so you can see how things are starting out. Cherryville off to a 4-0 start, 3-0 in conference. Caldwell 2-1. Gaston again 1-3 with that one win, a big one over Shelby the other day. There's Asheville 3-1, Hickory 1-1, and then Gastonia, Burke, Rutherford, and Shelby all standing at 0-1 in the conference. We have the prospect list. So let's put this up for you today. There's a listing of everybody that you're going to see in this game, like who's currently in college, who are 26s that are college commits, and then our uncommitted prospects as well. 3 that we want you to take a look at for Asheville. Liam Suttles, who's at second base today. Anderson Terrell, who's at shortstop. And then Landon Wright, who is not available to pitch today. He'll be pitching on Wednesday versus Cherryville. But those are 3 27s that you got to keep an eye on. And then on the other side here, lots of uncommitted prospects for Post 82. A lot of Burns Bulldogs and Crest Chargers on there. A few to point out, Luke Rayfield in that 28 class. Again, we really like what we saw from Mason Brawley earlier in the year. Brock Melton, Cooper Earl, Blaine Richardson. He was part of that all-Easter tournament conference that we covered. But just that whole list, one by one, all available on that uncommitted scene.
I'm going to run it.
Oh, you do have the commercial. All right, so Hunter's going to go ahead and run our Ion Outdoors commercial. Here we go.
Ion Outdoors makes backyard dreams come true. In 2001, with over 2 decades of experience, the Ion Outdoors team knows exactly how to bring your vision to
Come
life.
enjoy their award-winning flavor.
They specialize in creating stunning, functional, and durable poolscapes, patios, outdoor kitchens and bars, and other hardscape projects. Ion Outdoors' commitment to innovation and their close collaboration with clients guarantees outdoor experiences that seamlessly resonate with your lifestyle and home. Thank you to the Ion Outdoors team for sponsoring the American Legion Baseball Streaming Series pregame show.
All right, so we're going to have our national anthem, and then we'll be right back with lineups and defensive alignments.
Thank you. Remain standing and turn your attention to center field as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Thank you.
All right, well, let's play some ball. I'm glad to be back again, starting this season where we ended last year. One of the most beautiful parks in North Carolina here at Shelby, Veterans Field at Keeter Stadium. Well, let's go ahead and get these starting lineups up on the board for y'all. So Shelby going to be taking the field here. Wyatt McSwain going to be on the bump for Post 82. Wyatt was All-State. I believe he might have been pitcher of the year his senior year, but did not pitch much at Cleveland. Did swing it a good bit. But he's going to show us just what he's got left in the tank. On the bump tonight is catching partner, a familiar face, Landry Olmstead, just graduated from Crest. Around the infield, Caleb Costner at third base, Max Power Davis at shortstop, Luke Rayfield, a very promising 28 at second, Drew Dixon at first. Across the outfield, Brock Melton, Luke Hebner, and Blaine Richardson. Starting lineup for Post 70 Asheville. Leadoff hitter is going to be Braylon Thompson, the recent Brevard High School graduate. He's heading to Brevard College next year. JoJo Brown in the 2-hole. He's in center field. Boone Carver batting third. He's doing the DHing. Brady Duvall, big, strong lefty at first base. Batting fifth is Ty Acock, the catcher. Grant Buchanan at third base. Batting seventh, Liam Suttles, the second baseman. Batting eighth, Anderson Terrell at short. And in the 9-hole, Grayson Payne in left field. And on the bump for Asheville will be Peyton Maven, again being DH for by Boone Carver. But it's going to be a very interesting matchup here. Again, Legion Baseball prominent in these foothills. Post 82 generally has a strong team. Again, this battery today, they've been separated for a year as Landry Olmstead was a senior this year after Wyatt McSwain graduated last year. But prior to that, Landry was very comfortable catching up McSwain. So, again, a lot of Burns Bulldogs and Crest Chargers in the lineup tonight. In fact, another quick look, that's all we got in the lineup is Chargers and Bulldogs. So, again, a lot of underclassmen talent as well. So, leadoff hitter here is Braylon Thompson. Braylon is very composed, left-handed swinger, has a great eye for the zone, not afraid to take a walk. Has good hands, able to place ground balls and use that speed to beat it out a lot of the times. There's a strike on the outside corner to lead us off.
Well, first pitch strike, that is 754. Looking at a high, or a current, of 84. High today was 88. So sunny, a little bit of breeze blowing here from our big you-know-what fans.
Swing and a miss.
He asked me earlier, he said, hey, how you want those fans up a little bit? I said, as high as you can get them.
Oh, yeah. It's a nice little stadium here with the big industrial fans all under the canopy here. Swing and a lazy pop fly to left field, but Brock Melton's out there to put it away. So our Southeastern Physical Therapy health report and a health and availability report is something new we're doing here in the first inning. So again, I want to thank Southeastern Physical Therapy, and we're just going to let you know a little bit about who's available in this game, who's been injured a little bit, and just what to expect as far as players on the field. I think tonight one person that we can expect not to see is Landon Wright. He is going to be pitching on Wednesday, so he will not be on the bump tonight.
That's something you want a graphic for?
I think eventually it would be nice. Now, granted, I didn't get anything back from Coach Ruff yet. I think Andrew Yarborough had been dealing with a little bit of injury bug. But I know that there's a few guys out here. I'm trying to look through Coach's notes. So, yes, Landon Wright's not available today, and Maddox Wright and Nolan Worley are also out. And Alex Hanna is available, but he's been recovering from a slap tear that he had in the spring. So that's our Southeastern Physical Therapy Health and Availability Report. Try to get that to you a little bit earlier. Maybe get that graphic made. JoJo Brown here is going to foul one off. So count stays 1-2. All right, so nice day here in Shelby. The heat is here, though. It has arrived. Say the summer had been fairly mild up to this point, and it's not nearly the heat it could get to, but we're definitely up into the hotter weather. Line drive just over the outreach glove of Luke Rayfield, so JoJo Brown with a 1-out single.
Number 7, designated hitter, Boone Carver.
Boone Carver, recent Pisgah graduate. He's going to be heading off to Guilford Tech next year, playing for Coach Wharton. Got a couple Guilford Tech commits in this game. Former Pisgah teammate Maddox Wright, also heading to Guilford Tech. First baseman Brady Duvall, heading to Guilford Tech. And then on the other side for Post 82, Wesley Turner, middle infielder. Going to be heading to play for Coach Wharton and staff. So again, JUCO route is popular right now. Very competitive. Essentially the feeder program for Division I baseball right now. There's a strike on the outside corner. Just announced it on the Patreon today. Probably going to put out on social media probably tomorrow, but announced our Mountain and Foothills teams of the year. Boone Carver's Pisgah Bears were named the Mountain Team of the Year after winning the Mountain 8 Conference before being eliminated in the third round of the playoffs. Swing, line drive, center field. Is that going to hang up for Hefner? Oh, no, in and out of the glove, but Brown's going to have to get on his horse. Throw comes in the second wide. So it'll be a single for Carver. Had a very good chance to get the lead runner Brown out there when that ball popped out of the glove. He had put the brakes on in the middle of the base pass. That throw came in, sailed past Davis at short. So now with 1 out, first and second. Left-handed swinging Brady Duvall to the plate. We just mentioned Brady committed to Guilford Tech. So heading there with a couple of his teammates. So Brown with a modest leadoff second. McSwain's going to miss up with the delivery. Skin Brown, a lot of speed. Carver, a catcher. Average runner. Say Duvall, a 3-sport athlete in high school. Ground ball, big bounder here. Davis picks it up and throws across low. A nice little pick there by Dixon for out number 2. So moves both runners up. Say Duvall was a varsity football tight end, I believe, and then a power forward for the basketball team. And he'll finally be focusing just on baseball at the JUCO level and has a chance to flourish. I'll bring up number 5 hitter Ty Aycock, recent Enka Jet graduate, playing for Coach Honeycutt and the Mountain Lions of Mars Hill next season. First base is open, so McSwain can be careful here. Pitch is going to miss up and in. So again, 2 singles in the inning by Brown and Carver. Aycock trying to find some real estate out there to plate a run or two here in the first. Tough year for Enka this season. You know, they graduated a lot last year. Aycock was the senior leader. Enka make the playoffs this year?
They won a playoff game.
Did they?
They beat Irwin.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Was that playoffs?
Yeah, first round.
First round, interesting. Because I know, didn't they split in the regular season? A battle of Patton Avenue.
Irwin's had their number as of late, but
say Irwin had a decent year.
won the one that matters.
Big win for Irwin at the end of the year over AC Reynolds.
I think, yeah, every MAC team besides Irwin won the playoff game. North Buncombe beat North Henderson going down here. to South Point.
They gave a ride to South Point, too.
Well, 8-inning affair, I believe.
Swing and a miss. Nice. Looked like a little slider there from McSwain.
Well, I do know Ty, his one of his home runs that's always on the Max Preps front page of Inca. God, bajillion views. Every week I look to check their records, and so many
Swing
views.
and a miss. Chases one up in the zone there. So now a full count. So he might have chased ball 4 there. But with 3-2 and a full count here, the runners are, they're going to stay at home. Obviously, it's not a force play, but could be an action pitch here. There it is, right on the outside corner. Got him looking. So nice pitch by McSwain. Works out of the jam, leaves 2 on. So again, 2 base hits, 2 runners left on, no errors. It's going to be 0, no score here. Heading into the bottom of the first. Well, I think the first broadcast of each season is always a little stressful, getting things in order. So we really appreciate all the support that we get from the community to make these things happen, especially those on our Patreon. So for the best coverage and content of Western North Carolina baseball, visit our Patreon at patreon.com/BB University WNC. Here you'll find conference previews, preseason and playoff predictions, power rankings, Players of the Week podcasts, highlight films, and much more. Memberships start at just $1, and all that money raised stays right here in Western North Carolina. Support Mountain and Foothills baseball. What's up there now? Well, right now you got our Team of the Year write-ups for both the Foothills and the Mountains. We had a Team of the Year, runner-up, and an honorable mention for each grouping. And if you hop on there, pay your $1, you can read a little bit about those 6 teams, 3 in the Mountains, 3 in the Foothills. And it's not always about choosing the best team. That's what I wrote about in the write-up. It's about the narrative, the expectations, overcoming those expectations, the accolades, and just the overall feel, the vibe of the season, right? So, again, I'm not going to give much more away. The only reason I mentioned Pisgah is because Coach Shepard beat me to the punch last night. I texted him for asking for pictures, and then went on Facebook, let everybody know, and I was like, Coach, how's it going to be a Patreon news? But, hey, let's go ahead and give you the Asheville defensive alignment. Your battery mates are Peyton Maben, the North Henderson graduate and USC Union commit, and Ty Aycock behind the plate. Grant Buchanan at third base, Anderson Terrell at shortstop, Liam Suttles at second base, Brady DeVault at first. Across the outfield from left to right is Grayson Payne, JoJo Brown, and Braylon Thompson. And a starting lineup for the Post 82, Shelby. Actually, I don't even know if I was about to say something. They don't have a mascot. The 82s. Max Davis is leading off. He's your shortstop. Drew Dixon batting second, the recent Cleveland commit. Luke Rayfield, the 28 grad, batting third. Wyatt McSwain, your pitcher, is also the number 4 hitter. Landry Olmstead batting fifth. Blaine Richardson batting sixth. Luke Hefner, the number 7 hitter. Brock Melton batting eighth. And Caleb Costner, the Caldwell Cobra commit, in the 9-hole. First pitch here coming from Mr. Maben is going to be a strike. Nice location there. Left on left delivery. Yeah, we know Mr. Peyton Maben very well. All-state his sophomore year and all-conference both of the following seasons. One of the hardest arms to really square up in the mountains. Just has a unique offering, low three-quarters slot, but stays on top of the baseball really well. Gets that true backspin on it. Been working hard on his changeup and his secondaries. Off the hands here. It's going to be picked up by Suttles and thrown across for out number 1. Nice hustle there by Max Davis, so gotta love that. And here's Drew Dixon. We saw Drew Dixon hit a big old home run in that Cherryville Burns game we covered.
How big?
Very well. It's only negative 300 to left field, but I think the one he hit that day would have gone out in many a parks.
Were they going out here? What does that say in center?
Well, remember, he yanked that thing. I think it would have gone out here 320 down the line. But anyway, Drew's a very good ball player. We saw him pitch in that Stuart Kramer game. Remember, he came in. He's a sidearm slinger. He's played some shortstop. He's played some outfield. He's at first base today. So A lot of athleticism in the family. I believe his father was a college football player, maybe a pro football player. I gotta go back and look at some of the notes Coach Leonhardt gave me in the past. Fouled back to the screen here, scaring a few of the youngins right behind the netting. So 1-2 count here. I'll tell you what, Peyton Maben is on a lot of bad contact, right, off the barrel contact. And you'll really start to see him work left to right really well. He can run that fastball up on your hands. That ball is slicing the gap, and it will split it. Jordan Brown is out there to cut it off, but that's going to be an easy stand-up double for Drew Dixon. So I'm sure Coach Grigg and the Cleveland coaching staff is happy to see that. That's going to bring up a very special young ball player, Luke Rayfield. Luke only finished up his sophomore season here, so a rising junior. Luke was the CamWood Bats player of the game in the finals of that Easter tournament championship we covered between Crest and South Caldwell. Head coach Adam McFarland of Crest raves about this kid. We were texting the other day about some of the phone calls he might be expecting in August when some of the bigger schools are allowed to reach out to him. He's been able to crank that fastball up. And again, he's a right-handed pitcher. He's been able to crank that fastball up into the low nines. And he just competes, you know. Love the left-handed swing, very athletic, crouch stance. Older brother Zach was a very good baseball player too. He forfeited the opportunity to play college baseball to focus on his academics. Zach was a high academic engineering student. But Luke said he's all in on baseball, so I think he'll be considering many options. Throw down here, bang, bang. And he calls him safe. So I thought Buchanan got the tag on him. Nice throw by Aycock. But that is going to be a stolen base. And all stolen bases this season are brought to you by Carolina Pack and Go. So again, Carolina Pack and Go moving services, helping you move from one base to the next. So one out here. And with Dixon on third base with a left-handed pitcher back to the runner, might be able to get a fairly good secondary. Fouled back into the netting here by Rayfield, evens the count 2-2. So infield in. So Terrell and Suttles in the middle up on that grass. No wind as of now. All the flags lay limp on the flagpole. Swing and a miss. Big K ran that pitch right up under the hands of Rayfield there. Strike three, so two down.
Now batting number 16, pitcher, 1 out.
So don't want to speak too soon on it, but both starting pitchers finding themselves in the jam with runners in scoring position, picking up big Ks. However, Peyton Maben still has one more out to pick up before he's in safe territory. He's going to go for the windup here now. Nice curveball, get me over for strike one. We've covered a few games here at Shelby, and if the ball gets to the backstop, you will be advancing. That's a whole different zip code back there. Line drive. Nice little backhand by Shuttles. Picks up, spins, throws. That is out number 3. So a gold glove play out there by Suttles. Saves a run. So side retire, just the double by Dixon. It's 0-0 after 1. Heading into the top of the second inning, it will be Grant Buchanan, Liam Suttles, and Anderson Terrell. Well, I think we got ourselves a second inning sponsor, don't we? Well, it's one that you recognize, been around for a long time with us, and that is CamWood Bats. Reminding you that part of our partnership, if you use the code BBUWNC on their website, camwoodbats.com, you will receive 10% off any order. So again, bats, trainers, tees, merchandise. They have video tutorial programs. And again, the famous CamWood trainer made popular by the great and late Tony Gwynn. So again, head on over to camwoodbats.com and type in that code BBUWNC. Get yourself 10% off because CamWood Bats, they're from Western North Carolina, and they want to help out our community with a little gift. So remember that coupon code BBUWNC. So Wyatt McSwain out for a second inning of work. and wide over at Cleveland Community College. Got a good bit of playing time over there this year for Coach Grigg. Did a lot of hitting, DHing. Remember in high school he would move around a little bit, second, third, outfield. And I got my radar gun with me today, and we'll see about getting a couple radar gun readings for you on these arms. But what I was trying to do was pull up Wyatt's statistics for Cleveland. Again, was kind of surprised to hear that he didn't pitch at all. He wasn't much of a pitcher until that senior year, and I'll tell you, he really came on strong. I believe, and again, don't quote me on it, but I thought he was pitcher of the year. But I'll try to find those stats a little later.
Third baseman, Grant Buchanan.
Here's a familiar face. I think Grant is the only. No, he's not the only returner from last year, is he? No.
JoJo Brown.
That's right. I'm thinking of his class, though, that group, the 26s. It was him, Tay. I think they were the only two. And Tay is hurt. He had to get a surgery. So Grant is the only returning 26. And I'll tell you, Grant, that experience last year of being one of the only underclassmen on such a great team, I think it made him a much more polished, refined, and respectable player. And just like that, he's going to rip one opposite field in the left for a base hit. So again, just wakes up hitting line drives. Brings Suttles up. Liam's going to be at our June 10th prospect filming next Wednesday. He was set to pitch, but we're going to do just his positions that day because he will be in relief most likely that Wednesday night versus Cherryville on our broadcast. And we still have a couple spots left. It's an odd request, but the only players I could sneak in, because we're pretty much a full roster, I could fit in one left-handed pitcher. I know that sounds odd, but that's just how the pairings go. Pickoff attempt here. Or two position players. So again, if that left-handed pitcher is a position player as well, then I could probably fit in just the two players, but I got room for two positions and one left-handed pitcher. But we're excited to see Liam again on Wednesday. He's been starting his college recruiting efforts the last few months, and he made the state games roster. So Liam will be a good one to keep an eye on, pitcher and a position player. You saw the nice little snag he made out at second base to end the inning. So multi-tool guy. There's a pitch from McSwain, 82. Big bounder. Runner is off on the play, so they're only going to get the one. Dixon comes off the bag to make the tag on Suttles. So 6-3 on the putout.
Shortstop, Anderson.
Nice job by Buchanan. Stay on the double play there. And there's another 1 of our back-to-back 27 grads here. So Suttles the 27, now Anderson. Terrell, the shortstop, also a 27 grad. Terrell made the state games roster again. It's 2 years in a row for him. Again, trying to shoot a little radar from way up here, so I'm straight away, but elevated. So see how accurate these radar gun readings are. So with one out here, Terrell going to try to find a way to move over or get in Buchanan. There's a curveball outside. On deck is number 9 hitter Grayson Payne. Payne's a good athlete, but probably a PO in college at CVCC, Coach McDonald next year. He may be asked to try to find an RBI chance when he gets up to the plate here, depending on how this AB with Terrell goes. It's a 1-1 count. So an exciting high school baseball season came to a close a week ago. Only one state champion out of Western North Carolina, even though we went into that final week with 5 gunning for it. There's a strike on the outside corner. Cherryville lost in 3 games in the 2A after Brock Bumgarner threw a game 1 no-hitter, making some state playoff history, but they lose the final 2 to fall. I can't even remember who they were playing off the top of my head. Nice block up there by Landry Olmstead, and they say he went, so that is strike 3. Nice job by the catcher, Olmstead. Again, Olmstead, plenty good. Plenty good to play in college, but such a high academic kid. He's choosing to go to Chapel Hill, and we've encouraged him to play NCBA club ball there because I think club ball is going to be that much more competitive in the future. There's Grayson Payne now after the leadoff hit by Buchanan. He's still out there at second base, 2 outs. Number 9 hitter Payne. See if he can turn the lineup over here and maybe break the goose eggs on the score. Oh, that's going to pop up and out of Olmstead's glove. I suppose we got to call that a pass ball, even though it was definitely not near the spot. So 90 feet away now is Buchanan down there talking to his high school coach, Will Lindsay, at third. Or is that Raby? I think that's Raby at third. Is that Will at first? Yeah, I got him backwards. All these young coaches look the same. Clean cut. So McSwain here trying to pull out the same magic he had in the first inning. 81 on the fastball there. Got some more good news. Talked to Canio the other day, Canio Costanzo. A lot of you guys remember Canio. He was the head of the Western North Carolina Sports Network and joined us for some of our high school broadcasts this year. He's going to jump in to help us with some of the home games at West Henderson this season. Opens up the broadcast a little more. You have your classic play-by-play and your color commentary that way. Swing and a miss. So Wyatt McSwain is now only 1 strike away from working out of a back-to-back runners in scoring position jam. So 2-2. I wonder, let's say go back to that spinner. Goes to the fastball. Fouled off on the right side over near our camera. Whew. Just over the top. So 2-2 pitch coming again. So I look at these post 70 uniforms and it's easy to see Cardinals, right? Post 82, no mascot. With that color spectrum, that color scheme there, what comes to mind if they were to have to choose one? The Knicks?
Boise State Broncos.
Knickerbockers? Ooh.
Yeah, Knicks are up 2-0. Got a 92% chance when you're up 2-0.
In the great gambling league.
It's been good games.
It's hard to take some of these sports seriously anymore.
The Canes are tied 1-1 with game 3 tonight here in a couple hours, in less than an hour. Yeah.
I don't think I've seen ice since I moved down here. So there we go. Another swing and a foul back. You know what this is? This is our first quality home inspections QAB, because no matter what happens here, we are over 7 pitches now to Grayson Payne, which gets us into quality at bat territory. So again, all QABs are brought to you by Quality Home Inspections, protecting your home base. There's a lot of quabs throughout a game. We're probably going to miss a few because the base hit's a quab. But I like to point out those particular ones, like those tough ABs, like this one by Payne. You know, no matter what happens here, even if he gets out, this is a good AB. It's putting pressure on McSwain, building up his pitch count. Allows all those batters in the on-deck circle and in the dugout to see a few more pitches. So base hitter, ball 4 here. While McSwain is looking for that strike 3. And he got it. Right there. Went right down the chute. So back-to-back Ks ends the inning. Just a leadoff single by Grant Buchanan. 3 hits in the game for the Cardinals. Heading into the bottom of the second, it is still scoreless. It'll be Landry Olmstead, Blaine Richardson, and Luke Evner to the plate. A lot of Chargers to see soon. Hey, if you're listening out there, we encourage you to stay connected to us on social media. So again, stay connected with Baseball University on YouTube. So if you're watching it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, make some commentary, something about an algorithm. Like us on Facebook. I'll tell you what, the Facebook community is growing with us. I think we're up at 1,500 members, and we appreciate you all. I think that's the best way to communicate with the neighborhoods. Follow us on X, formerly Twitter. That's big for the college recruiting. So we'll probably be putting some highlights up there, all our game day flyers. Follow us on Instagram. The kids like it. And then go check us out on our website at baseballu.org. So again, we appreciate y'all, all those that are following. So what is native to Shelby here? What could be a good mascot? You know, good mountain music. You got Earl Scruggs band, you know. How about the Shelby Fiddlers?
That sounds like a Old North State League team.
Oh, yeah. You know, the Waynesville Hollers, Hollers, Hollers. They're doing all right up there in Waynesville, playing at Tuscola's high school baseball field, coached by Briggs Barker, Cleveland Community College assistant coach. So now batting leadoff hitter is Landry Olmstead. Landry with another good year for Crest. Junior season, he was all-state. This year, all-conference. Here's the pitch from Maven. Try to get a couple velos on our lefty here. No read on that one. We are kind of far up here, so we'll see. So again, Maven just finished off his career at North Henderson. Was a Knight for 3 seasons. All 4 there. So had his freshman season at East Henderson before transferring over to North. His older brother Adam, he's the athletic director. He's not one of the principals, is he? Adam.
Assistant principal.
Okay, so assistant principal and athletic director. So a sophomore year came over to join his brother at North Henderson. Had a phenomenal career. Big time competitor. Bought into the JUCO route. He's going to be playing at USC Union, where another great North Henderson legend played. Y'all remember Braden Korn, currently batting over 300 in the minor leagues for Seattle Mariners in the rookie level. I know Peyton would be blessed to have half the success that Braden Korn had, you know, because not very many people make it to pro ball. But he's hoping that he's on the same trajectory. A couple former North Henderson Knights are still out there in the collegiate level. One here on Post 70, Alex Hanna. He's going to be a sophomore at Rockingham. Stash Spear just finished his freshman season up over at Brevard College. Swing and a foul back. And I think that might be it for North Henderson alumni. Yep, Kyle Decker finished up at Presbyterian a couple years ago. Braden Korn's in the Seattle Mariners organization. Julian Lewis, so I forgot about Julian. Julian at Mars Hill. Swing and a miss. Maven gets the K. It's Blaine Richardson going down swinging.
He's playing with the Honeycrisp, right?
Who's that?
Julian.
Yes. So Julian going to be a red shirt sophomore at Mars Hill. One thing with Peyton, I'll tell you, he's got such unique metrics. He's such a hard pitcher to pick up. You know, he stays closed. He's got a really wide release point. He's got that nice bunt here. Buchanan quick to it, throws across. Oh, in and out of the glove. It's a ball. That's going to allow. Oh, he's going to keep on going here. Throw is coming home. No one is there. So some defensive miscues here from Post 70.
So the bunt goes to Buchanan, threw it across, in and out of the glove of Duvall, as he had to reach over the runner, Hebner. Ball got away. Olmsted never stopped running, came all the way around to score. Duvall fired the ball home, but Aycock had actually made the journey to third base to try to cover the bag there after Buchanan made the throw. Great heads-up baseball IQ play by Olmsted. Just never stopped running. There was no one at home. So it's going to be an I guess we're going to say an E5 on the throw to allow Olmsted to score. And I guess I say we give Hebner a hit. It was a bang-bang play on the bunt. So I know he was sacrificing himself. Throw to first here. Throw's coming home. It's going to be a double play. So it was a sack bunt by Melton. He's out on the 1-3. And then Hebner is out 3-2. So that ends the inning. Real quick, though, that sack bunt, we do have a sacrifice bunt sponsor. So sacrifice bunts brought to you by Brevard High School Boosters. Make a sacrifice. Give to your local boosters. Well, we had a walk, a single, an error. 1 run in. Landry Olmsted making the long journey around the bases. It'll be 1-0 now, heading into the top of the third. It'll be the top of the lineup. Thompson, Brown, and Boone Carver. Shoo! A lot of action going on there. Got all that?
I think.
All right. I'm going to take a moment here now. We're going to thank our third inning sponsor, Flooring America. Flooring America of Kings Mountain and Gastonia is proud to sponsor the American Legion Baseball Streaming Series. Long a supporter of baseball in Western North Carolina, Flooring America is locally owned and operated by regional experts. By shopping at Flooring America, you're supporting your community and you'll enjoy personalized service that you won't find anywhere else. If you're in need of new flooring, Flooring America will help you find the perfect floor for the way you live. Thank you again to Flooring America for sponsoring the third inning. I like that line. Help you find the perfect floor for the way you live. Well, I got 3 dogs and 3 kids running around. I need some sort of super laminate protective surface, so I guess I'm going to have to go to Flooring America soon. Wyatt McSwain out for a third inning, and he's got a lead to work with here. Slim it is, 1-0, but it is a lead. So again, I want to thank all our sponsors again. Again, thank you to Papa's and Beer for being our headline sponsor. We couldn't find a headline sponsor for our high school streaming series, and we were stubborn on it. And we were glad to see that Papa's and Beer, picked up our headline sponsor for the Legion season. It really helps. We're able to make some very key technological purchases. Gas money, of course, that's a thing now. So we appreciate all our sponsors and the help that they give us to make this broadcast possible. So a good day of baseball here for Hunter. The Tar Heels won, 2-0 earlier?
4-0.
4-0. Complete game, 115 pitches. 16 pitches by
Jason DeCaro.
Okay, and
You'll see his name in the draft here in a couple weeks.
Gotcha. And then your Braves are winning too today?
Braves won 6-3.
And my Orioles,
Dogs won 13-12.
Lost to Toronto. So Orioles been playing a little better lately. Finally watched a game the other day.
You need to get on and watch college baseball. The regionals were the best weekend
ever. It was great,
ever.
yeah. And I'll tell you this, from the couple Oriole games I have watched recently, there's still the human aspect of baseball, even with all the analytics, all the data, and all the gambling.
See?
But
look who's going to the college World Series.
Yeah. But it's just one of those things where they're still human on that field. There's
and
a lot of human stories every year. Yep.
The number 1 overall seed didn't make it. Number 1 and number 2 overall seed, UCLA and Georgia Tech, didn't make it out of regionals. They've been 1-2 all year in the rankings.
Yep.
Team like Cal Poly. Now Cal Poly goes and wins the Los Angeles regional. Well, let's go see what their scores were in the Super at West Virginia, because they weren't pretty. Today was 17-1. and yesterday was 12-2. So
fly ball to center field. Hebner puts his hands up, says he's got it, and he does. So 2 flyouts for Thompson today. I'll bring Jordan Brown back up for a second time. He's 1 for 1 of the day. The first hit of the game for Asheville back in the first. So 3 hits for Asheville, only the 1 for 82, but solid 2 hits for.
you gave Hebner's
on
hit.
The bunt, I gave Hebner the hit. I mean, I like good bunts. You know, it was well placed. He ran hard. It was bang bang. You know, I don't want to punish the hitter on that. You know, he forces the fielder there to make a quick throw. It wasn't a bad throw. Speed kills, and Hebner deserved the hit on that, in my opinion. Hard ground ball picked up by Davis, thrown across plenty of times. So 2 quick outs here from McSwain and Post 82.
Brings up designated hitter.
You know, with Shelby being the host of the World Series, they could be the Post 82 Shelby Legionnaires. You know, that's one thing Hunter and I have been complaining about behind the scenes the last 2 years with Legion baseball is not a lot of established logos, not a lot of established mascots, right? A need for more information gathering, data. Hot fly here by Carver. That's going to fall in for a base hit. So untouched, it will go down as a single. Good pitch by McSwain. I think he was hoping for the 1-2-3 there, but he's going to have to face the lefty Brady Duvall now.
Well, it's in that weird spot where it's no man's land between first, second, and right field, but it's also a weird spot because of the awning here and the shadows creeping in. You got, look at the infield right now.
Is that sun right in their eyes too?
I think it was right in the right fielder's eyes, and then second just wasn't talking. They were worried about tearing an ACL versus making the play, which I don't blame them, but you got to talk.
Yeah.
It's also game number
4.
Game number 4 for these guys who haven't really played with each other throughout the regular season. Like, I know it's basically Crest and Burns.
I was going to say, I want to call shenanigans on that one.
Yeah.
Like
I know it's half and half,
they could
basically.
call them the Post 82 Charger Dogs or something. I don't know.
The Bull Chargers or something.
Say Kings Mountain's good team. You know, I'm a big fan of Wesley Turner. He's going to Guilford Tech. I thought he was high motor. I really enjoyed working with him. We saw him back in November at our prospect filming, but I think he might be the only. I gotta go back and look because I know Hebner is transferring to Crest, I believe, for.
Where was he at?
Hebner was Kings Mountain, but he's now at Crest.
Okay.
And
didn't we have another Hebner somewhere this year?
Aaron Hebner from Cherryville.
Okay.
He's a Caldwell.
That's right.
He's a good pitcher. We'll see him from Post 100. And Cherryville, I would say, you know, even though Asheville is the reigning champs, I would say just on paper, Cherryville could be your favorite for Area 4. Everyone
right now, it looks like it.
I would say everybody wants to beat Cherryville. They are the Yankees of Area 4. We appreciate Mr. Ned Yates down there. He's always been a great communicator. Got us a lot of great info on Post 100 this week to help us finish up our previews. That'll be on the Patreon hopefully tomorrow. Our full comprehensive American Legion Area 4 preview. So wanted to have it out earlier, but been waiting on some of the guys to give me their rosters and such. So, pickoff attempt here. Had him leaning on that 3-2 pitch because he will be off on the pitch. Nice job by McSwain taking a chance on it. Foul ball here. We'll do it again. All right, so full count.
Brady Duvall going to try to get something going. The runner at first base, Boone Carver, will be in action. There he goes. Ball low. So for a third straight inning, Wyatt McSwain is going to have to work out of a jam with runners in scoring position. All right. Again, want to thank our sponsors today. There's a rush to get the broadcast started, and there's still some tweaks to be made before Game 2 on Wednesday. Then the big announcement, our headline sponsor, Papa's and Beer of Hendersonville. Big fans of them. Again, my son Jesse's probably at home listening, beside himself, wondering when we're going to be going to Papa's and Beer in Hendersonville again.
Joe go the other day?
We did stop by, yes. See, our little, and again, I don't know if this is flattering. It is in my family, but, probably twice a month I make a dump run over to the Hendersonville City dump. Jesse always goes with me, right? And every time on the way home, we pass Papa's and Beer, and he's always suckered me into stopping for lunch. Not that I'm a sucker, because it's delicious. But every time I make a dump run, that's where we stop on the way back.
So your family is creating more trash so they can eat better food.
Well, I look at it more this way. Like, I don't need a weekly trash service. You know what I mean? I don't accumulate a lot. We're homesteaders. We got a burn barrel, for cardboard and stuff.
Oh, no, trash is overrated.
I love going over there. It's a fun thing in our family for whatever reason, but that's where our tradition of stopping at Papa's and Beers Hendersonville began. And we have stopped for other reasons as well, but, there's many families up there in Buncombe and Henderson County that love stopping in at the Asheville Highway location for some fine California-themed Mexican cuisine.
Well, every time I drive by, the parking lot is slap full. So it could be 2 p.m. on like a Tuesday and be like,
I'm a sucker for chips and salsa, man. I'm sorry. Like, if they would let me just sit there and get a Coke, I'd probably sit there all day eating chips and salsa, but I'm a fan. I'm a chimichanga guy. I like enchiladas.
I bet you could pay I make
$10. When I was younger, I worked at a place called the Laughing Pint, and I was trained by a great chef. He's from Veracruz, Mexico. His name was Concepcion. Wonderful human, good friend. Fouled back into the netting here, but Concepcion taught me so many delicious Mexican cuisines, stuff that you might not even really find on the menu, like tripe soup. They would make that for me every time I got sick. It was like a really hot soup. Taught me how to make the best guacamole, which I've learned like less is more with guacamole. Not a big mayo or sour cream guy. You just use fresh ingredients. But again, I know from working in the kitchen back in the 2000s with Concepcion, I know what good Mexican cuisine looks like. And I can tell you when I go to Papa's and Beer, that's good Mexican cuisine. So again, stop in at that Hendersonville location the next time you're free. Well, this inning is extended. It looked like there's going to be a quick 1-2-3, but a bloop hit by Carver and a walk by Duvall. And now Ty Aycock has worked the count full. So many quality at bats in this inning. So again, another shout out to our Quab sponsor. Quality AB is sponsored by Quality Home Inspections. Here's that 3-2 delivery. Runners go. And the curveball sneaks back in over the inside corner for strike 3. Looking some Wyatt McSwain 3 times has ended a threat with runners in scoring position with the backwards K. So again, backwards Ks to end the first, second, and third inning. We head into the bottom of the third. Post 82 still leading 1-0. It'll be Caleb Costner, and then back to the top with Max Davis and Drew Dixon. Hey, want to take a minute to thank all our in-game sponsors. Again, much like our high school streaming series, we've attached a few of our business sponsors to the in-game action. So we want to thank Southeastern Physical Therapy, our health and availability sponsor. Southeastern Physical Therapy, making sure you're good to go. Carolina Pack and Go, our stolen base sponsor, getting you from one base to the next. BF Stepp Electrical Company is our extra base hit sponsor, putting a charge into one with BF Stepp Electrical. Want to thank Blue Devil Athletic Booster Club, our sack bunt sponsor, reminding you to make a sacrifice, give to your local boosters.
Want to thank Western North Carolina Driving School, our RBI sponsor. Knowing how to drive runs in. Western North Carolina Driving School. Want to thank Chad McMahon State Farm Insurance, our insurance run sponsor. Always a good neighbor, Chad McMahon State Farm Insurance. Want to thank Quality Home Consultants, our QAB, our Quality at Bat sponsor. Again, Quality Home Consultants, protecting your home base. Want to thank Nova X Kinectics, our pitching report sponsor. Again, new school data, old school grit. Want to thank our big swing of the game sponsor. It's House of Power. So we got to think of one, our biggest swing of the game, and we'll announce them towards the end of the game. Again, House of Power, built for serious athletes. So we have had one extra base hit. It was the Drew Dixon double. So that was our BF Stepp Electric extra base hit. And we miss anything else today? Pitching reports. Again, when pitchers finish up, we'll let you know a little bit about them before the game, and then their final stats when they come out of the game. Again, Nova X Kinectics. Two fine pitchers today. Again, Peyton Maven, left-handed arm hitting off the USC Union, and Wyatt McSwain just finished up his freshman year at Cleveland. So Caleb Costner to lead off. Caleb came on strong about the middle of his junior year. Bunt here, right back to the plate, picked up by Maven. Throws to first as out number 1. So 1-3 on the putout. So Costner going to be playing for Coach Deaton at Caldwell next season. Bring Max Davis to the plate. Max, a sophomore for Burns. Excuse me. Junior, just finished his junior season at Burns. I apologize to be a rising senior now. So another lefty here to face off against Maven. There's the off speed. Spun it. Looks like it stayed up in the zone there. And Maven, he's got high aspirations. Going to go that JUCO route. Keep getting stronger, more physical. I know the dream school out of high school is ETSU, but a lot of very good high school players have come to learn over the last season or two that junior college route is probably the next truest route to Division I baseball. It's almost as if JUCO is kind of the new high school, you know? It's just one step at a time. High school to JUCO to your 4-year options. The 81-mile-per-hour fastball at the bottom of the zone. So again, Maven sits about 81, 83. He's been able to dial it up in the mid-8s at times. He's a guy that can probably make it to D1 baseball without being a big 90-mile-per-hour arm. That ball is going to kick off the heel of Buchanan's glove. It'll be an E5. Davis reaches with 1 out. I got 2 errors down in the game for post 70. Quality Home Consultants. I got to remember that. I think I was calling them inspectors. So still learning the new script. So we appreciate the patience. Maven delivers here. Swing and a foul ball. So again, Drew Dixon had a double and a stolen base in the first inning, but he was stranded at third. And Dixon committed to Cleveland Community College a couple weeks ago. Part of that Burns Bulldogs team that returned to the state finals again this year. I believe it was the 3rd time in 4 seasons they've reached the finals. They've come away with 1 state championship. I believe that was 2023. Runner goes here, swing and a miss. Aycock throws down. Quick tag, but the runner is in safely. Stolen base for Max Davis. And stolen base is brought to you by Carolina Pack and Go, helping you move from one base to the next.
Yeah, Burns was in the discussion for
Team of the
Team
year.
of the year.
Yep. Burns.
Go on to Patreon, see where they fall.
I was going to say, well, did they fall? You know, it was a couple good teams that were not in those listings. It was very hard. Say post 70 got locked in here. Ball sailed past the pitcher there, but luckily Max Davis had his head down. No advancement by the runner. So 1-2 count here. So a short lead there, but the runner goes. Backside single. That's going to get down. The run will score easily. So RBI single by Drew Dixon.
RBI single by Dixon.
So that RBI brought to you by Western North Carolina Driving School. They know how to drive runs in. They know how to teach your kids how to drive. So look up Western North Carolina Driving School today. So the runner is off on the play. Backside single. Yeah, it was a modest lead by Davis, but took off anyway. Might have been a hit and run. So Luke Rayfield's going to be the batter after this mound visit. Still got a mound visit sponsor out there up for grabs if any businesses want to jump in late. Again, Maven's pitched fairly well here. It's an unearned run he gave up in the second inning. So right now he's pitched 2 1/3, giving up the 4 hits. So 3 hits, you got 3 down, 3 hits for Post 82. One hit in each inning for 82 right now. Luke Rayfield. He's up there now. He's got a 2-0 lead. He's going to try to help Post 82 build on. Say with Dixon at first base and the left-handed hitting Rayfield up at the plate. Be interested to see if they think they can put the runners in motion here. Little slide step by Maven. Curveball is going to stay up 1-1.
This should be a nice long-term setup. Leave everything underneath the awning. Nothing gets wet.
So it's a nice stadium here, nice setup. Again, we thank the Legionnaires. They invited us into the nice air conditioning booth. Swing and a ground ball, foul ball, they say. A little confusion at first. So the runner will return to first.
I was reading a lot of the history behind it and how they bounced around from site to site for the World Series. And they've had it here like before it became permanent. They had it in Charlotte when Shelby won in 45.
Wasn't it in Oklahoma at one point?
It's been Oklahoma, I think Kansas, California, just kind of all over the place. And they were trying to settle on a spot. And so they announced they were taking bids, and 6 cities bid. And the local area put together because they had built this stadium for trying to get minor leagues.
All right, we got a rundown here. So maybe going to run at the batter. Got to try to force him. Oh, wow. Well, for you kids watching at home, here's what you need to do there. You run at the runner. Once he pauses, you get the ball to your shortstop. That's really the thing. You want to get that ball to your shortstop as quickly as you can. Let the essentially the general of the field, in the middle there, control it. So it's going to be I guess we're going to put it down as a stolen base for Dixon. There's a ground ball by Rayfield. That's going to bounce up off of Suttles. And out in the center field, it's going to allow the run to score. So that's going to be an E4. Another unearned run comes in to score. Is now 2-0. Second error of the game. Sorry, 3-0, guys. 3-0.
Now batting number 16, Ryan McMahon.
So technically, still looking through these books, all these runs are unearned at the moment. So 3-0. I count 3 errors in the game now for Post 70. This is where the Cardinals got to find some composure. Make the next play, flush it, as they say. McSwain grounded out to second base to end the first inning. Swing and a miss here. Quick pitch here, fouled off, 1-2 count. Yeah, great baseball down here. We were down here back in April for the Easter tournament finals between Crest and South Caldwell. Foul ball here by McSwain. That was a great game. Crest ended up winning. South Caldwell, that was where they were in the middle. I wouldn't necessarily call it a slide, but they had a couple bumps in the middle of the season. They finished their regular season conference record of 6-4. But then they went on a tear in the playoffs, making it all the way to the state finals before they lost to, was it Southern Lee? I think it was. Swing and a drive to left center field. That ball is carrying, and it is off the wall on a bounce. They're going to send Rayfield, and it's going to be an RBI double for Wyatt McSwain.
RBI double by McSwain.
Oh, that extra base hit brought to you by BF Stepp Electric. Wyatt McSwain put a charge into that one. Driving in another run. Again, all RBIs brought to you by Western North Carolina Driving School. Well, this one's starting to get away from post 70 a little bit here. 3 runs in on the inning. Still only 1 out. So it's going to be a pinch runner here for the pitcher, McSwain. It's number 17 out there. Got a.
Number 17, Mason Brawley.
Let's see if it's Mason Brawley running out there. So remember Mason, we saw him during that regular season playing for Burns. Very good athlete, good pitcher, good hitter. Hit a grand slam in that Cherryville game we covered. He was our CamWood Bats player of the game. So Landry Olmsted walked in the second inning, came around to score on the Hebner bunt that bounced out of the glove of DeBall at first base, and Olmsted scored all the way from first on that play, never stopped running. So maybe the Cardinals got to dig in and try to find an out here, try to slow down this post 82 rally. Fouls it off, be 1-2. Again, post 70 started their junior legion team this season.
They won.
Got to check in with Coach Noble and see what the record is.
I know they won 1 game.
Is it just the one they played?
I guess, yeah.
I know they played Watauga the other night. That might have been the one they won. Timeout called here. That pitch will not count. So 1-2 delivery coming. Big pitch. Oh, that's a fair ball down the left field line. That's going to be back-to-back doubles. So pinch runner Brawley in to score easily on the double by Landry Olmsted. So back-to-back doubles from McSwain and Olmsted. Tack on another run. It's now 5-0. Again, extra base hits brought to you by BF Stepp Electric. Another RBI brought to you by West North Carolina Driving School, driving in runs. So Aycock going to go out and talk to his pitcher real quick here. See a little bit of action down there in the bullpen for Cardinals. Say the Bats are going to have to wake up here in the second half of the game here for the Cardinals if they're going to hope to storm back. Blaine Richardson to the plate. He was a strikeout victim in the second inning.
Asheville beat Hickory 7-6.
Foul tip on the bunt right into the glove, so strike 1. That's in Junior Legion.
And then
ball outside, 1-1, no bunt showed there. So again, we were talking about earlier, 5 West North Carolina teams making it to the state championship.
yeah, Watauga 8-6.
But only 1 coming home with the title. That was North Lincoln, back-to-back champions. Took on the 5A title. South Caldwell fell to Southern Lee. Burns fell to Bunn, JL Bunn, or what's the name of it? In
Something
2 games. East Rutherford fell
That's 3.
in 3 games in the 3A, and then Cherryville fell in 3 games in the 2A. So a lot of hopefuls, but only one walked away a champion.
Back to back.
Yep. In the mountains, it was a bit of a down year. Furthest team to advance was AC Reynolds, made it to the 4th round. That was the only team. Ground ball, Suttles picks it up, throws over to first. Finally able to record an out. So they got the leadoff hitter Costner on the bunt put out, but then 5 straight to reach.
Number 7 center fielder, Luke Hegner.
So 4-3 to put out on Richardson. They'll bring Hebner to the plate. And if Hebner can make it aboard, they'll bring Melton up, and that would mean Post 82 batted around. Foul ball here. Got some updates for us? College baseball super regionals.
I thought Auburn tied it.
So Ole Miss up 5-3.
Ole Miss probably going to Omaha. Tyne run at the plate, though. If you're a baseball person, you're paying attention to all these games. It's beyond me how perfect college baseball's postseason is when everything else in the sports world around it sucks.
Harsh words from Hunter Street. Nice curveball.
Well,
Ooh, just outside.
Every time I hear you talking about the other sports, it's like, oh, NBA, whatever. And that's the sentiment across sports fandom. Now, for sports gurus.
I've made it clear on some of the podcasts. I'm not a big fan of the nice pitch there, 2-2. Not a big fan of the gambling scene. I think that is a trickle down.
It is.
It trickles down, and we had those suspicious football games with kicking field goals at the end to cover spreads, and ground ball back up the middle. So C&I single by Hebner is going to drive in another run. And Post 82 is batted around. So 5 runs in here in the 3rd inning. Brock Melton had a sac bunt in the 2nd that turned into a little chaos. Led to Hebner being thrown out at the plate. But it was a sac bunt in the books nonetheless at the end of the inning. So here we are an inning later. Melton in his 2nd AB is 0 for 0 technically. Melton was the CamWood Bats player of the game when we saw them play at West Henderson earlier in the season. Very dynamic athlete, good football player as well. Just gets on base, stolen base threat every time. Can put the bunt down too. Just a very well-rounded top of the order hitter. A lot of these guys are destined for college baseball. Melton's a prospect. Luke Rayfield's a prospect. Hebner on first base is a prospect. Everybody on this ground ball to third baseman Buchanan picked up, thrown across as out number 3. I was going to say everybody on this 82 roster is uncommitted besides their 3 collegiate players. So batted around. How many hits in the inning? 1, 2, 3, 4 hits in the inning. I count 2 errors, 5 runs in. Shoo! All right, head into the top of the 4th. Post 70 down 6-0. They'll be sending Grant Buchanan, Liam Suttles, and Anderson Terrell to the plate. Well, we got a special 4th inning sponsor. They sponsored us last year as well, Owen Joseph, and we worked with them to put together our Hero of the Game segment. This is where we try to celebrate a local veteran every broadcast. So we want you listening at home to reach out to us. You can email me at ryan@baseballu.org or give me a call at 828-458-1794 if you want to nominate a local veteran, living or past, for our Owen Joseph Hero of the Game. So again, it's American Legion Baseball. We want to celebrate our veterans. This week's Hero of the Game is Joseph R. Ray. He was a staff sergeant in the United States Army. He is from Asheville, North Carolina, and he was killed on March 12, 2006. He was part of the 391st Engineer Battalion, in the Army Reserve. He was killed in combat, and when he was nominated, they told me that he was just a very likable young man. This particular person who nominated was friends with Ray in high school. Just said everybody looked up to him, graduated a couple of years ahead of this particular person, and just said, hey, man, it was just such a great guy. I believe he was a Reynolds graduate. And again, we just want to take a moment to remember Joseph R. Ray, again, Staff Sergeant, United States Army from Asheville, North Carolina, died March 12, 2006. He's part of the 391st Engineer Battalion of the Army Reserve. Again, he's our hero of the game. If you want to nominate someone, living or past, for the hero of the game, please reach out to us. All right, so here we go. It's Grant Buchanan leading off the fourth. Down 6-0. Got to get these bats going. Say going into the third inning, Asheville was out hitting post 82, but hits don't matter as much as the runs do. So now they got to play a little catch up here. Going to take ball one high. But yeah, I have started watching a little MLB again. Now we're talking about it. The Orioles, I'm a lifelong Oriole fan from Baltimore, Maryland area.
Well, my first projection made it. Ole Miss won.
Oh,
2
gotcha.
games to none.
I'll say the Orioles, they swept the Rays a couple series ago. Took the Red Sox series. Looks like they're going to might drop this Toronto series. I think they got one more tomorrow. Might be able to split. Some discrepancy out there with the strike zone, so 1-2 count. Some Cardinals faithful giving it to the blue there. But yeah, haven't been up to Camden Yards since I think it was 2024 opening day. Beautiful place to watch a ball game. Hot fly to center field is going to hang up out there for Hebner. That is out number 1.
So you call me a sicko.
So I'm looking at all these playoff brackets that Hunter's filled out. I'm guessing he's just doing that for fun.
Yeah.
Now, they don't do Final Four basketball style brackets or anything for College World Series.
Oh, yeah.
They do?
There's
Okay.
a bracket challenge.
Okay.
I lost half of my Omaha 8 and half of my championship game. But
What would you say is the biggest upset so far?
there was 4 seeds: Troy, St. John's, and who's the other 4 seed? Ooh,
Line drive to left field. So we get down in front of Melton out there. So 1 out base hit for Suttles. Suttles now 1 for 2 on the evening. Suttles part of that TC Robertson squad that was so dominant for 3 straight years. They fell in the 3rd round this year to South Caldwell. It was almost jaw-dropping to see TC not make it to a finals. So, again, still probably the best team in Western North Carolina. I will give you a hint. They were not our team of the year. Again, for good writing purposes and good media purposes, it's not always about, like, the best team. It's about those that outplayed expectations, the accolades, the narratives. It's a very interesting write-up. Big bounding ground ball right back to McSwain. Has the same effect as a sack bunt, but it's 1 of the 3 in the book. So with 2 outs, Grayson Payne up, trying to find a way to plate the Cardinals' first run of the game. But yeah, it was a tough ranking. With those final 3 teams, we did a Team of the Year runner-up and an honorable mention. Probably sticking with the same theme. It seems like no matter what I put out there, Cherryville's going to end up hating my guts. So they were not happy with our power rankings throughout the year, but try to be fair. Oh, we might have our first run of the game here for Cardinals. A soft line drive by Payne. Barely plate Suttles. No slide. A lot closer than I thought it was going to be. Nice tag by Olmstead. But Suttles cross for the first run of the game. Payne taking second base on the throw home. So that RBI brought to you by Western North Carolina Driving School. So 6-1 here in our opening broadcast of the season. Not opening night, our opening night broadcast. Asheville came into this game at 3-1. Yes, 3-1, but 1-1 in conference. And Shelby came in at 1-2, 0-1 in conference. So Shelby trying to even the record, both in the overall standings and the conference. So Thompson up for a third time. He's had 2 soft flyouts out of the leadoff spot. Again, Thompson going to be playing not far from home at Brevard College next year. I know Coach Crone is excited to get him and Grant Buchanan. Both Braylon and Grant, senior graduates under Will Lindsay's Blue Devil program. Save a little money, staying close to home. There's a strike on the outside corner. So 1-2 count.
Ooh, we got a lot of activity in the chat. I have not been paying attention.
Who knows?
Thank you for allowing me to watch Post 70 from Lexington, Kentucky. You're welcome,
Nice.
Ms. Combs.
Lexington. We like Lexington. We love Kentucky. Good state. Good state.
I've been to Lexington.
Oh, little nubber right back to the plate. McSwain has got a nice save. Oh, I do not like that call. I think he is safe at first base. Wow, I don't know. So again, the little bounder back to McSwain. He underhanded. He probably should have stepped and thrown it, knowing how fast Thompson is. Maybe we can watch a replay, but I thought he beat that out. But it is 1-3 on the putout. Only 1 run across, 2 hits in the inning. 6-1 is where we stand heading into the bottom of the 4th. Again, I want to thank our headline sponsor, Papa's and Beer of Hendersonville. Again, very happy to have a headline sponsor going into the broadcast season. So if you're feeling hungry, get over to Papa's and Beer Hendersonville today. Also, I want to remind you to join our Patreon for the best coverage and content in Western North Carolina baseball. Again, our Patreon is patreon.com/BBUniversityWNC. Here you'll find conference previews, preseason and playoff predictions, power rankings, player of the week's podcast, highlight films, and much, much more. Memberships start at $1, but you can give more if you'd like. And all that money raised stays right here in Western North Carolina, supporting mountain and foothills baseball. What you'll find right now is our Team of the Year announcements, and you'll also, in a day, hopefully one day, tomorrow, I'm hoping that you will have our Area 4 Legion preview, okay? So we got a pitch and change here. We'll get to that here in a second. So again, we are looking at the replay and right call. It must have been the optical illusion of the slow throw to first, but looking at the replay, it looks like he was out by about 6 inches. So correct play by the umpire. Don't listen to me, folks. I'm just a armchair umpire. Leadoff hitter here is going to be Caleb Costner, then back to the top, and Max Davis and Drew Dixon. So at the bottom 4, 6 runs on 6 hits and no errors for Post 82, 1 run on 6 hits and 2 errors for Post 70. So yeah, it's kind of a quieter end of the year in the mountains. Again, Pisgah, we named them our Team of the Year. I'll let you all go sign up on the Patreon to see who the runner-up and the honorable mention were. I ain't going to tell you who the foothills are. Go give us $1. Join the Patreon. So Jackson Pavone in the pitch now. Jackson just finished his freshman year up at NC Wesleyan. Very good Division III program under Coach Clifton. We saw Jackson pitch on opening night versus Burke County. I stopped by the game, not a broadcast, but just stopped by to watch. And I think he ended up being the winning pitcher that night. Out off here, 1-2 count. Say Jackson's going to have to step up in a leadership role. One of the returners, him and Jordan Brown. 2 of the older returners, I should say. Throw Grant Buchanan into that mix, and they're the ones with the World Series. Foul ball is the call here, so foul ball. So I thought it was strike 3. Ball got away from Aycock. So we'll do this one over, 1-2 count. But yeah, I think it's Pavone, Brown, and Buchanan are our returners from that World Series. There's a 1-2 count. Goes to the curve, gets him swinging, strike 3. It's a good way to start the 4th inning. Max Davis at the plate now. Max 0 for 2. Reached on an error in the 3rd inning. Stole base, scored a run.
Max Davis.
So back to the top here. Say Pavone. It's got really good off-speed stuff. Kind of a taller slot, taller release. Stays under control really well. Eyes and head don't move much through delivery. Good changeup, good curveball, good slider. Swing and a miss here. It'll look like the changeup.
It's Tristan's grandma watching from Lexington.
Nice. Hey, we appreciate all our watchers out there. If you got the link, go ahead and share it with anybody who'd enjoy some North Carolina Legion baseball. Grandmas, aunts, uncles, cousins. Yeah, we appreciate everybody tuning in. Say one of these days we'll raise enough funds to bring in some social media people to actually interact with that chat. Say it's a lot of work going into producing a broadcast, script building.
We have
now?
someone taking photos today.
Yeah? I was going to say, did you bring your camera?
Yeah, she
came and got it?
Yeah, what's
Miss Suttles?
Miss Suttles?
Oh, nice. Heck yeah. So Liam's mother helping us out. I was going to say,
yeah, shout out Liam Suttles' mom.
swing and a soft liner out in the right center field. That's going to be a base hit for Davis. I also asked our good friend, was it Richard McGinnis from
Yeah,
Burns?
I saw that.
I was going to say, I don't know if he made it tonight. I
don't
haven't
know.
checked my Facebook.
He said he messaged you back or something, but I don't know if he.
Say he takes some of the finest photos, but we're trying to get some stock footage because we got to make some flyers. Like tonight, we'll have a player of the game. Got to get a picture of him somehow.
Second by Davis brings up first baseman number 1, Joe Jackson.
That's one thing is a lot of our legions are in different places when it comes to their media coverage. You got a place like Cherryville that's like very into, their social media, their website, their production. You have others that, they haven't even really produced a logo. Like when we asked for a logo, they were taking a picture of their hat or something and sending it back, which is fine. I mean, it's old school, but it'd be nice if Legion.
It's very 20th century if you want to go back in time and watch baseball. And for some people, such as the older folks in the area, this is the way that they enjoy baseball during the summer. And it takes them back to when they were a kid.
And my big thing is if we want to build this to be a college recruiting league, we're going to have that element to try to get the names of these players out there, try to get highlights out. So there needs to be like an infusion of young and old.
I think they're going to see that this year.
Top here. I think they got him. Yes, they did. So Max Davis picked off. So nice pick off there by Jackson Pavone. So that retires.
How'd me now?
Davis, 2 outs now. Bases cleared. Drew Dixon now an 0-1 count. Nobody on.
But you'll see it this year with Cherryville and Gaston co-hosting the Southeast and Mid-Atlantic Regional, they're going to call it. Very fitting for this weekend, a super regional, even though it'll be just 2 separate regionals, winners of Mid-Atlantic and Southeast, heading here to Shelby for the American Legion World Series. So games will be rotated at Fraley Field and Sims Legion Park, with all the championship games being hosted at Fraley Field. I believe the state tournament is it the next 2 years is hosted by
Cherryville?
144-277.
Oh, maybe. Swing and a miss. 2-2 count. I mean, the Area 4 coverage, it fits perfectly in line with the schools that we were trying to cover for the high school broadcast, which is basically everything west of Charlotte, west of I-77. I was definitely bummed to see Wilkes County not able to put together a Legion team this year because there's some talent up there. You know, we saw North Wilkes and East Wilkes showdown. We have a couple of their guys, strike three swinging. A couple of their guys coming to our June 10th prospect filming next Wednesday. Mason Cardwell, North Wilkes, Eli Andrews, and Logan Stroud at East Wilkes. We got a Elkin ball player coming, Cannon Blevins, I believe. He was all state. So really excited to get some new players from that area involved, but really like to see that senior Legion team get going again. Well, they had the single, but the pickoff, so nobody left on. It's 6-1 heading into the top of the 5th inning, and it's going to be JoJo Brown, Boone Carver, and Brady Duvall. I want to thank our 5th inning sponsor, Atlantic Bay Mortgage, and Jennifer Duvall. They are proud sponsors of our American Legion Post 70 streaming series broadcast, and they want to let you know that if you want a mortgage lender that knows how to win, then you need to get with Atlantic Bay. Atlantic Bay hits a grand slam with a smooth loan process, products for your unique needs, and outstanding service that treats you like an MVP long after the closing table. If a new home or refinance is in your game plan, call Atlantic Bay today. Atlantic Bay Mortgage Group and Jennifer Duvall. Thank you for sponsoring the American Legion broadcast.
Yes, Gaston Post 144 and 266, which is the combination of Belmont and Stanley, will be hosting the state tournament the next 2 years, as will Cherryville, with help from Gaston Braves for the Super Regionals in 2026 and 2027. So a lot of Legion baseball on the national scene going to be hitting our area. So maybe you'll have to keep me around so we can provide some coverage here.
Hey, as long as we keep getting more sponsors.
You might want to talk to Ned and talk to your contacts over at Gaston and see if, hey, we could broadcast the state tournament.
Looking at the final line here for Peyton Maven, it was 3 innings pitched. He had 6 runs on 6 hits, collected 1, 2 Ks. I don't think he walked anybody, did he? 1 walk? Let's see, 1 walk. So again, how many of those runs are earned? Not quite sure. I'm thinking all of them were unearned based on what I'm looking at, but that's where a game changer comes into play. So 2-1 count here. Luke Rayfield now on the ball. I believe that's Luke out there. So 4 innings for McSwain. So McSwain gave up 6 hits, 1 earned run. Only 1 walk for McSwain. So ball 4. So JoJo Brown leads off with a walk. So final line for McSwain: 4 innings pitched, 6 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 4 Ks. He's in line for the win. They can hold this lead. Again, that's Luke Rayfield, I believe, in the pitch now. Pop up in the middle of the field. Ball is caught. Not sure who that was caught by because Luke Rayfield was at second base before coming in the pitch. Got a game changer, maybe? Just look around, see there's a Post 82 game changer out there.
I don't know if there's technology in this. Wow.
Here we go.
I'm shocked.
So who's it says? Costner at second now. Okay. So let's make these changes. So Rayfield in the pitch. Costner is now second. Dixon moves over to third. And that's McSwain now at first base. All right, so hopefully y'all got that. So new pitcher, 2028, right-handed arm, Luke Rayfield gets the strikeout here at the ball. So the leadoff walk will pop up in a K, so 2 outs now.
2 out for number 9, catcher, Ty.
So Ty Aycock now 0 for 2. He's got the Ks right now, trying to break that streak. 0 for 2 with 2 Ks. So runner on first out there again is Jordan Brown. Curveball gets over for strike 1. Now that game changers that don't have box scores on it, does it?
But after
we have to pay for it. I
you'd
think
have
to
to
get
pay
that.
for it, which we should probably look into at some point.
Probably a good investment. Runner goes, no throw. Jordan Brown steals second. So again, stolen bases brought to you by Carolina Pack and Go, helping you move from one base to the next. So another runner in scoring position. Say the Post 70 Cardinals have had runners in scoring position in every inning so far, but have only been able to plate the 1 run. Rayfield can dial it up there a little bit. We had him in the high 8s earlier in the year. Delivers here, comes in at 82. Again, I'm not sure if my radar gun is getting the best readings from up here. I gotta start thinking about that big swing of the game. Might be McSwain right now with that big double he hit. Strike 3 looking. That is the 4th out of 5 innings that have ended with a strike 3 looking for Asheville Post 70. So just the 1 walk. Runner left on, nobody in. 6-1 heading into the bottom of the 5th. It's going to be Luke Rayfield, Wyatt McSwain, and Landry Olmstead. Again, thank you for tuning in to the American Legion streaming series brought to you by Papa's and Beer of Hendersonville. I want to remind you to stay connected with us on social media. Like and subscribe on the YouTube page. If you're watching right now and you haven't subscribed, come on now. Hit that subscribe button. Remember to follow us on Facebook, X, and Instagram. Our username is BB University WNC. Again, everything is at BB University WNC. You can also check us out on our website, baseballu.org. Also, a reminder, we got our prospect filming, first one of the year, coming up June 10th at Mars Hill. That's next Wednesday. It's a full house. The roster is essentially full. I was going over numbers this morning. If I could fit in anybody else, it would be one left-handed pitcher. I know that sounds odd. That's just how my pairings go. I got a waiting list for right-handed pitchers, so just in case there's anybody that ends up, knock on wood, hurting themselves, backing out, whatever it may be. Then I got room for 2 position guys. So if you're a 2027 grad or a 2028 looking to get started and you don't have any clue on what to do or how to communicate with coaches, please consider coming out. We do the finest films, very honest evaluations, good metrics, and we work with you and your family to get you a jump start on the recruiting process. So again, very well connected with all the high school Legion and college coaches in the region and many coaches outside of the region as well. Just trying to help players find their best fit.
Rayfield.
So here we are now, bottom of the 5th. Luke Rayfield up against Jackson Pavone, who's out for a second inning of work. An untraditional 1-2-3 inning in the 4th. So, ball going to hang up out there for JoJo Brown. Is hauled in for out number 1. Luke Rayfield gave it a ride. Good piece of hitting, or good piece of barrel on it.
Number 16, Wyatt McSwain.
Here's Wyatt McSwain. Wyatt 1 for 2 on the evening with the RBI double, scored a run. Or I should say his pinch runner scored a run in the 3rd inning. Again, Wyatt worked 4 innings. Is in line for the win. At post 82 can hold on to this lead. 4 innings, 1 earned run, 6 hits, 4 Ks, only the 1 walk. Yeah, I do. We were talking about Ned Yates at Cherryville earlier. Again, I do really appreciate him. Very organized. You know, you try to reach out to Cherryville coaches and get all this information. Crickets. But, you know, Ned's right on it. You know, and I think that every post needs a Ned. You know, someone that's going to be able to communicate to the community for your coaches. Like he got me the rosters, the schedule, you know, details on where these kids are, you know, where they went to high school, where they're going to college. Hard ground ball, big old hop there is picked up by Terrell going across.
Well, you need that for the area too. It'd be really nice to have a designated person. Or
actually, that's not Terrell out there as short as that's Grayson Payne. So
Now
we got to pull up that
8,
game changer and see where they're all jumping around to now. Sorry, Hunter, I cut you off there. All right,
it's Zeke.
That is not Zeke. It's short. All right, I think that's Payne. There's a base hit into right field for Olmsted. Good day for Olmsted. All right, so
Single by Olmsted brings up right fielder number
Game
5.
changers time.
I'm
Always
thinking that is Zeke out there in the left field. Grayson Payne to short, still JoJo in center. Yes, everybody else looks the same. Okay.
Oh, no, you need like 2 or 3 Neds at
Everybody needs a Ned.
Area 4 and someone across the state to where you can have all the schedules, all the rosters, everything combined
In one place.
and do something to keep track of it, because the only guy who keeps track of it is Mr. Richard Walker, Carolina Sports Hub.
Yeah, Richard Walker does
I'm
a
going to
great
shout
job.
him out because
I can never repost his stuff because he's got a private X account.
He's got a private X account.
But I love Richard Walker.
You need to go on here and just share the link sometimes, because he's got a tab. It's Legion Baseball. It's only 182, 144, 266, 23, and Lincoln has 455. I believe that's Area 3, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
But he still does a great job of consolidating all the information. Very old school type of blogging way where it's just daily posts for updates. But you just scroll down and Command F the date to find the date you're looking for. He does a big part of helping me collect all the records so you can see them. So Richard, if you're listening or someone's listening who knows Richard, let's get him on here for the game. Let's get him tapped in.
Take his brain a little bit, yeah. So we had a pinch runner over there at first base for Olmsted. I was trying to catch a number. So 0-2 pitch coming from Pavone. So I think he did. Yes, he did. His bat broke the plane. Strike 3 ends the inning. Olmsted. Who was our pinch runner there? Can you check that real quick on the game changer? There's a pinch runner for Olmsted before it updates. Oh my gosh. So it might be too late now. We'll never know who is pinch running for Landry. They didn't even switch him over, so it is what it is, folks. There's a base hit by Olmsted. Runner is stranded. No runs in. Remains 6-1 heading into the top of the 6th. Grant Buchanan, Liam Suttles, and Anderson Terrell to the plate. Thank you to Miss Suttles. Took a bunch of pictures, it sounds like.
I think the
said
battery died.
Oh, okay. Well, it's got enough before then, hopefully.
That means there's a lot of pictures on there.
Okay. We appreciate all our parents. You know, it's tough being a baseball parent. Is there a right way to do it? Absolutely. A lot of our parents in the area do it really well. But one of the things our parents in Western North Carolina do really well is volunteer. So when we need help, little things. We have a couple folks helping us with setup today. Again, Miss Suttle's helping with the pictures. Definitely needed some stock footage to help with flyers. It's a community effort, guys, and we're trying to do things different. You know, we've complained about it before, but the youth sports industry is $40 billion a year, and at the same time, over the last 3 decades, sports participation is down amongst the youth. So more money being made with less participation, it doesn't make sense. So our model tries to reach out to the community, to try to build opportunities, look for funds and connections to just build Western North Carolina baseball in the mountains and the foothills. And again, all these great sponsors you're hearing tonight, starting with our headline sponsor, Papa's and Beer of Hendersonville, and everybody else. You know, we appreciate them for making it happen. And one of those is our 6th inning sponsor, the AC Reynolds Booster Club. Thank you to the AC Reynolds Booster Club for sponsoring the 6th inning, reminding you to help grow your local baseball programs and athletic departments by supporting your local boosters. Communities that support their youth will see their local graduates lift off as they enter into adulthood. Thank you to the AC Reynolds Booster Club. Like that little rocket pun there. So Grant Buchanan up for a 3rd time. He is 1 for 2. He singled him to lead off the 2nd inning before being stranded at 3rd base. And Grant, part of that World Series team last year, swinging a foul tip into the glove here, 1-2 count. Going to be playing Division III baseball at hometown Brevard College next fall. Swing and a foul tip, good fight. Again, a couple Brevard connections with this roster, Buchanan and Thompson. And last year, JoJo Brown, 25 grad. Strike 3 here to lead off the 6th inning. So Rayfield's already picked up 3 quick Ks in his 1 1/3 innings of work so far. Liam Suttles to the plate. He's 1 for 2 and has scored the only run of the game for the Cardinals so far. All outside here, 1-0. Swing and a miss, 1-1 count. So we mentioned it, a lot of Crest Chargers, a lot of Burns Bulldogs on this Post 82 team. Both Burns and Crest won their respected conferences. Crest winning the Big South and Burns winning the Southern Piedmont. Came down to the last game of the year. And Crest getting a little help, I believe it was from Kings Mountain. Were they the ones that upset South Point at the end there? So I remember Coach McFarland said it was they were prepared to split and then got the good news that day. Was happy to get another conference title. And then Burns, ground ball to short here. Davis has to back up on it. Long throw across, gets him. 2 quick outs here. But I remember in the preseason coaches polls, Cherryville, Burns, and Stuart Kramer were all getting some love in that conference. I had written the bold, or the article with the bold predictions where I said Stuart Kramer was going to run the conference. Burns was an extra inning loss away from running the conference. They swept Cherryville and they split with Burns. Again, Burns returning to the state finals for the 3rd of the last 4 years. And a very young Bulldog team is returning next year. They have a great chance to return again. Watching baseball in Lawndale is a great experience too. Very small town, you know. Stadium, the complex looks like a smaller community field. They take great shape of it, or great care of it though, keep it in good shape. Ooh, nice pitch there, up and into Adwaters. So Zeke Adwaters into the game for Terrell. So first AB, and it's a good one. Backside single for Zeke Atwaters. So 2 out base runner. I'll bring Grayson Payne to the plate.
Number 1 left fielder, Grayson Payne.
Payne has an RBI single to his name. That was back in the 4th inning. Plated the only run for the Cardinals. He's going to try to extend this inning and turn the lineup over here. Cardinals running out of opportunities here on the offensive side. Down to their final 4 outs. Say Grayson Payne, part of that West Henderson Falcons squad this year that tried to play a little catch up on Pisgah, but Pisgah got off to, I think it was an 8-game winning streak in the Mountain 8 Conference this year. And Brevard and West gave chase for a little bit, but were not quite able to catch them. Pisgah swept Brevard in the final week of the season to clinch it. Payne and Duvall, 2 solid seniors that are graduating, that have graduated. But West Henderson's got a good young team coming back. I would think they may be the favorites next year. Pisgah does return flamethrowers Zach Wester and Landon Wright. In the Big South, Crest and Burns return a lot of young players. This is in that Bermuda Triangle over there, but nice play by Costner. Cuts across to make the catch and retire the side and end the inning. So 1 hit, no runs in, is still 6-1 heading into the bottom of the 6th inning. Again, we want to take some time to thank our in-game sponsors today. Again, these are separate from our inning sponsors. But again, we couldn't do it without them. We want to thank Southeastern Physical Therapy, Carolina Pack and Go, BF Stepp Electrical, the Brevard Blue Devils Athletic Booster Club, Western North Carolina Driving School, Chad McMahon State Farm Insurance, Quality Home Consultants, Nova X Kinectics, and House of Power. Thank you for being our in-game sponsors for the American Legion streaming series. Again, thank you to our headline sponsor, Papa's and Beer of Hendersonville, and then all of our inning sponsors tonight as well. Again, you're in the 6th inning, still sponsored by AC Reynolds Boosters Club. Jackson Pavone, a former Rocket, back out for his 3rd inning of work. It's been pretty solid. He's allowed 2 hits, no runs. He's collected 3 Ks. This may be his last inning of work unless they can hold the comeback in the top of the 7th, force a bottom of the 7th inning. Got to start thinking of our big swing of the game. I'm leaning towards Wyatt McSwain's big swing. I like that one. Still time. And then player of the game. You know, McSwain did a great job on the bump. It's 1 for 3 at the plate with the RBI double. Drew Dixon is 2 for 3 with 2 stolen bases and an RBI and a double. Landry Olmstead, 2 for 3 with 2 runs and an RBI. Luke Hebner, 2 for 2. He's our leadoff hitter here in the 6th. So definitely some worthy ball players, but we still have at least this half inning and another half to go. Hebner's going to go ahead and take ball 1. So again, 7, 8, 9 due up here with Hebner, Melton, and Costner. Ground ball, big old bounder. Suttles grabs it, picks it, throws it. He is out at first. So 4-3 on the putout. Brock Melton to the plate. Brock is 0 for 1 with a sac bunt in the 2nd inning. So Pavone's been pretty much on lockdown since entering the game. Again, I thought Maven threw well, was filling up the zone, had some bad luck behind him, 2 errors. Actually, I have 3 errors. There's 2 up on their board. We got 3 in our books. Ball low here. And thank you to everybody for tuning in tonight. Really appreciate y'all. Not sure what our viewership is exactly. Haven't had a chance to peek in. Again, the first night of the broadcast, there's always the nerves, the bugs, the glitches you got to work through. But for the most part, again, knock on wood, things have been going pretty well. No camera failures yet. So it's the 2-0 delivery. Swing and a miss. Melton might have chased one a little off the plate. Could have been a strike, but I don't know if that was a hitter's pitch on a 2-0 pitch like that. So 2-1 delivery coming now. 3-1. I think the problem I have with having a delicious headlining sponsor like Papa's and Beer at Hendersonville is by the end of the game, after mentioning it so many times, you become extremely hungry. So I think I'm going to have to try to schedule some time to head over to Papa's and Beer in Hendersonville in the next day or two to get my Mexican food fix in here.
Well, the milk brings up number 2, Caleb Ashton.
Well, ball 4. 1 out base runner is Melton. So Melton 0 for 1 on the day with the walk and the sack bunt. There's Caleb Costner, 0 for 2. I still don't know who that mystery pinch runner was for Landry Olmsted back there in the 5th inning. That was the only thing in the book I missed tonight. Just trying. But I think I'm with you. We got to go ahead and just pay the game changer fee. That's part of the sponsorship money. That's a good expense. Shows the bunt here, and it's a good one. Grant Buchanan picks it up, throws across. Oh! And they're going to have a rundown here. Let's hope that Brady Duvall and Caleb Costner are both okay. So what is the call at first base? I thought he was on the bag and made the catch. They're saying Costner is safe. If he's safe, I'm going to go ahead and give him a hit. Well, let's see if the umpires are going to get together and talk about this one potentially. But if Costner is safe at first, I'm going to give him a hit. It was a beautiful bunt. I thought Duvall stayed on the bag. Maybe Hunter can pull up a replay here. Chris Decker on the third base side, head coach asking for explanation. The hitter will be Max Davis.
Yikes.
What you see?
He just stepped into the baseline to make the play. So, I mean, I don't think there's any obstruction or interference. I think it's just baseball.
Wow. I'm not quite sure what the call is. I guess we're going to say it's a single, but again, like he ran into Duvall before he got to the bag. The play was, in front of him, so I don't think it is obstruction.
I think he's out. I think he's out by mercy of the tag.
Yeah, I don't like this call. He never made it to the bag. Look, yeah, we're watching the replay here. Duvall sets up on the outside. He has to come across. I don't understand this call. He never even touches first base.
You'll call obstruction on him, I guess.
The only way he could be safe on that is if he's calling obstruction. It was not on the batter hitting the bag before the tag. Foul ball. So we'll give Costner a hit on that. That'll end his day 1 for 3 unless they bat around again.
So 1 out, runners on first and second. Again, Melton a walk, Costner the bunt single. Max Davis to the plate now for a 4th time. Davis is 1 for 3, reached on an error as well. So stolen base here for Melton. Runner does not move up on the backside there. So 1st and 3rd now.
Yeah, that's not obstruction.
Not obstruction?
No.
I don't think
First
it
baseman has a right to make the play.
Yeah, he's going towards the ball.
Yeah.
I don't like that call.
That's
See
not a
if
good
it ends
call.
up getting away from Cardinals here. So again, Max Davis 1 for 3. The run scored and a stolen base.
So how's that work in your batting average then? Reached on.
I'm giving him a hit.
Is it a hit?
I'm going to give him a hit just because it was a good bunt. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not giving an error. There's no error there. There's no obstruction call.
I guess it is a
We're
hit.
just going to play off of the umpire's call. It's a hit. So 1 out. Say Pavone has been pitching well here. Some bad luck in this inning. Well, Suttles cuts it off, tries to throw on the backside of third. Throw comes in late. It's going to be a throw-in error on Suttles, E4, that allows Melton to score. It'll be I guess that's a stolen base for Costner. So I guess we'll give Costner a stolen base. So again, stolen bases from Melton earlier and Caleb Costner. Again, it's Carolina Pack-and-Go stolen bases, helping you move from one base to the next. Ground ball foul here. It'll be a 1-2 count. So 7-1 now here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Here at Veterans Field at Keeter Stadium. It's a very comfortable evening here at Shelby. Foul ball back in the netting, 2-2 count. So 1 run in, could have been 2 outs, and 1 runner on with no runs in. But again, that controversial bunt call there, extending this inning. Pavone delivers. Ooh, look at that. Ball was cutting in and almost going to hit the batter, but Davis able to smack it away. Do that 2-2 pitch again. So he's seeing a lot of pitches here is Davis. Swing and a miss, chases it there. So strike 3, 2 outs now. So Davis, if this stands, ends his day 1 for 4 with a run and a stolen base. Bring Drew Dixon to the plate for a 4th time. Drew's working on a very good line. He's 2 for 3 with a double, an RBI, a run scored, and 2 stolen bases. Pop fly here. It's in that Bermuda Triangle, though. The ball out. Right fielder Thompson sprints in, is able to make the catch and end the inning. Nice play. That is the end of the 6th inning. So again, we had a walk, a bunt single, kinda, and E4, 1 run in. 7-1 now, heading to the top of the 7th. So Drew Dixon ends his day 2 for 4 with a double, RBI, a run, and 2 stolen bases. Luke Rayfield was 0 for 3 with a run scored. Wyatt McSwain 1 for 3 with a double and a RBI. Just finishing up a few box scores, so yeah, I'm going to go with
So we're getting ready to announce our big swing of the game and probably soon our player of the game. All right, Luke Rayfield is going to come in and try to close it down and earn the 3-inning save.
Waiting on top of the 7th inning for Post 70, number 2 right fielder, Reynolds Thompson.
So Rayfield has been hit very hard to hit in these last 2 innings. He's given up a walk and a single while collecting 3 Ks. I'm going to try to close it down here. Leadoff hitter is Braylon Thompson. So Braylon 0 for 3 on the day. Say Rayfield, he can bring it. We've seen him get up in that 86, 87. I know he's touched some 9s before in his workouts. The ground ball here picked up by, I believe that's Costner still over there. So out number 1. Thompson finishes his day 0 for 3. Or excuse me, 0 for 4.
Now batting number 4, center fielder, Jordan Brown.
Jordan Brown at the plate. Jordan is 1 for 2 with a single and a walk, and he did steal a base. So again, 1 run on 7 hits and 3 errors for Post 70. 7 runs, 9 hits, 0 errors for Post 82. And that ball is going to squeak up the middle for a base hit. Should have just held on to it because that ball sails into the dugout. So that's going to be an E4, I believe, on the throw. So a single and then moving up on the throw. A little sloppy play there by Post 82. So good day for Brown. 2 for 3 with the walk, stolen base, and he's still adding to it. Now bring Boone Carver to the plate. Carver 2 for 3, 2 singles. In Asheville, if they're going to make a comeback, it's just going to have to be a little bit at a time. So this game has been all Post 82 and Wyatt McSwain and Luke Rayfield on the bump. Then that big, loud, and yet sloppy 3rd inning. A couple errors made by Post 70, but doubles by McSwain and Olmstead opening things up. Say another big day for Drew Dixon as well, the Cleveland commit. Swing and a miss. 1-2 count here now to Boone Carver. Again, we will be back with you guys on Wednesday. Wednesday, we are at Post 70. They play at West Henderson. They'll be hosting Cherryville. And then I believe we have a game on Friday, Post 70 hosting Gaston. So 2 games next week. Again, we're doing a 10-game broadcast, trying to see every team at least once. Again, following Post 70. If any of the other Legionnaires want to reach out to us and discuss some other games to add to the schedule, please do. But as of right now, we are funded for a 10-game schedule. And we're excited to see how Area 4 shapes up. So it looks like we got a pinch hitter here. So hitting for Brady Duvall is going to be, I believe that's Landon Wright. Double check. No, it's Alex Hanna at the plate. I'm sorry. It's Alex Hanna backside, hits the ground ball. Picked up, thrown over to first, and that is your ball
And
game.
our final score, Shelby Post 82-7, Asheville Post 70, Reynolds.
All right, so stick with us. We're in the Papa's and Beer Hendersonville post game show. We got a few announcements to make. We'll start with box scores. Let's start here with Post 70 again. Final score 7-1. Post 71 run on 8 hits, 3 errors. Braylon Thompson 0 for 4. JoJo Brown 2 for 3 with a walk and a stolen base. Boone Carver 2 for 4. Brady Duvall 0 for 2 with a walk. And then Alex Hanna 0 for 1. Ty Acock 0 for 3. Grant Buchanan 1 for 3. Liam Suttles 1 for 3 with a run. Anderson Terrell 0 for 2. Zeke Atwaters 1 for 1. And then Grayson Payne 1 for 3 with the RBI. Peyton Maben worked 3 innings, allowed 6 runs. I believe all of them were unearned. Struck out 2, only walked 1, allowed 6 hits. And then Jackson Pavone finished us up the final 3 innings. Pavone allows 1, 2, 3 hits. 1 run technically earned. No, it is not earned. I'm sorry. 1 run, 0 earned. Pavone only walked the 1 batter, and he struck out 1, 2, 3, 4 hitters. So 3 innings pitched, 1 run unearned, on 3 hits, 4 Ks, only the 1 walk. Now let's break down the notes and box scores for Post 82. Max Davis is 1 for 4 with a run and a stolen base. Drew Dixon 2 for 4 with a double and RBI, a run and 2 stolen bases. Luke Rayfield 0 for 3 with a run. Wyatt McSwain 1 for 3 with a double and an RBI. Landry Olmstead 2 for 3 with a double, a ribby, and 2 runs scored. Blaine Richardson 0 for 3. Luke Hebner 2 for 3 with an RBI. Brock Melton 0 for 1 with a walk and a sac bunt. And Caleb Costner 1 for 3. On the bump, Wyatt McSwain, 4 innings pitched, allowed 1 earned run on 6 hits, 1 walk, and 4 Ks. And then Luke Rayfield earns the save, 3 innings save, allows 2 hits, I believe only the 1 walk. Yep. 0 runs, 0 earned, while striking out 1, 2, 3, 4 batters. Well, let's go ahead and show you the House of Power big swing of the game. Looking for those one-on-one lessons for hitting, pitching, or catching? Then you need to get with House of Power, headed up by former Clemson Tiger and professional baseball player Sheldon Reed. Conveniently located at Mills River in North Carolina. You can check them out at hophendersonville.com. Again, that's HOPhendersonville.com. So here is your big swing of the game. Again, this is Wyatt McSwain back in that very loud, sloppy, rambunctious 3rd inning. Cracked a loud double, hit the wall out there in left center field on a bounce. Scored the run. That was 5 runs that were plated in that 3rd inning. Again, Wyatt McSwain currently at Cleveland Community College. He's going to be a rising sophomore there. He's also the winning pitcher on the bump this evening. And he is our House of Power, or gave you the House of Power big swing of the game. Well, let's go ahead and what's next? What do we got? All right. So did the Patreon. Thank you, all sponsors. Let's see. So I'm going to you're going to hand this off to Hunter. This is where I walk down to the field with the mics, get a few players together. Let's see. Who are we going to get? I say we get Wyatt. Let's do Wyatt. We'll do Wyatt, Landry, and maybe Drew. We'll go see who's available down there. So, all right, I'll be back. Anything I got to bring down there? I guess not. Nope. Just a walkie-talkie, maybe? All right. See you in a little bit.
Baseball University of the Blue Ridge is proud to support local businesses. Thank you again to all of tonight's sponsors, a wonderful group of local businesses and organizations from right here in Western North Carolina. We couldn't bring you the American Legion Baseball streaming series and Area 4 coverage without them. Thank you to Papa's and Beer Authentic Mexican Grill in Hendersonville. Ion Outdoors, CamWood Bats, Flooring America, Owen Joseph, Atlantic Bay Mortgage Group, AC Reynolds Booster Club, BF Stepp Electrical Company, Blue Devil Athletic Booster Club, Carolina Pack and Go, Chad McMahon State Farm, House of Power, Nova X Kinectics, Quality Home Consultants, SEPT Physical Therapy, and Western North Carolina Driving School. For the best coverage and content of West North Carolina baseball, visit our Patreon at patreon.com/bbuniversitywNC. Here you'll find conference previews, preseason and playoff predictions, power rankings, players of the week, podcasts, highlight films, and much more. Membership start at $1 and all the money raised stays right here in Western North Carolina. Support Mountain Baseball. Stay connected on social media with Baseball University of the Blue Ridge. Like and subscribe on YouTube at youtube.com/@bbuniversitywNC. Like us on Facebook at Baseball University of the Blue Ridge. Follow us on X, formerly known as Twitter and Instagram, at @bbuniversitywNC. And check out our website at baseballu.org. Stay tuned for some interviews with some Host 82ers and the Papas and Beer Player of the Game.
Because he's the old man on the team. All right. So you hear me up there, Hunter? No, why? You're gonna be last. Let's do. We'll do Drew first, and then Landry, and then Luke, and then Wyatt. You ready to roll? All right. So hopefully, you can hold that one. You probably remember this. They always like cut in and out. So we're looking here. It's key to keep the mics like kind of pointed towards the computer. So we're down here. We got Drew Dixon. Good to see you again.
Yes, sir. Good to
So
see
we
you.
just fresh off of a state run again.
Yeah.
So 3 and 4 years for Burns. It's sad to see him go. They're probably going to go next year, but not with you.
Yeah, not
so
with me, no.
getting ready for Cleveland.
Yeah.
Well, you like Legion baseball?
Yeah, I love Legion baseball.
What speaking there?
I love
loud.
Legion baseball. Yeah.
Right. So what with these guys, you got to play against these guys. Half your team.
Mm-hmm.
In season, you guys had a good 2 games versus Crest this year.
Yeah.
So what's it like? So what's it like now, like getting with the enemy and playing some ball games?
Oh, it's fun. We get real competitive out there. I mean, we're all at different schools. Then we come together and just beating teams like we did tonight. It's fun. It's a lot of fun.
Well, you're high motor. Every time I show up, it seems like you're hitting the ball at the wall or something. So, it's probably good to beat this post 70 team after they made a run. You were the only team that beat them last year.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the expectations now? You guys are evened up here now in conference. Like, you guys think you can make a run at this thing?
Oh, yeah. We have a good chance. Keep our arms healthy and keep swinging it how we did tonight. We have a great chance to make the big run, yeah.
So what is your primary position? Because every time I show up, you're pitching, your first base, your outfield, your shortstop. Just do wherever coach
I'd
puts
say
you.
probably left field, but I mean, that's probably where I play the least. But,
Well, I'll tell you what, you keep swinging the stick, they're going to find a spot for you. So
yeah.
it was good to see you again. I just
see
want
you.
to say hi
Thank
and just
you.
congratulate you again.
Yeah.
Go grab Landry. Landry. Every time I do a broadcast, it's like Landry Olmstead, good enough to play in college, but what's the plans now? We going to Chapel Hill?
Yep, going to Chapel Hill.
You going to play the club ball, you think?
Maybe. I'm still kind of debating it. I don't want it to like take up all my time though. So
It's you're growing up, man. So
yeah.
if this is your last hurrah, tell me a little bit about this group. Sometimes they're the enemy, Burns, right? Kings Mountain. But now all the best players in Cleveland County come together for a year or summer. What's your favorite part about Legion?
I mean, kind of just getting this year. This is my first year playing Legion, so I mean, kind of just having all the guys around, playing with all the people that I played with my whole life, just having them around one last time and being able to go out with a bang.
What's the difference between that and the travel baseball experience, you think?
I feel like travel baseball is more about like individual. You just worry about what you do. Don't even worry about the team. But this kind of brings home like old memories, like just playing at the park or something when you're little, and it's kind of bringing that back.
And it's good baseball too.
Yeah.
You are a good baseball player, so if you ever get the itch, you let me know. And I think if you went and played over at that club team, you might surprise yourself. I think club baseball is much, much better than people think. So, but either way, you're going to do great things. You're a good young man. It's good to see you again, buddy.
I appreciate that.
Get Luke over here. Luke, you're becoming like a celebrity on the streaming series. You're CamWood Bats player of the game and the Easter tournament. Pitching, hitting, you do it all. Every time I show up, it's like it's always the same story. Batting, hit a bunch of hits, and come in and close the game. It just seems like every time. So is that your role again this year, you think?
Yep.
Well, you getting excited for August? You think that phone's going to ring?
I hope so.
I hope so, too, because
you're
you're kind of the antithesis of the whole showcase or thing. You play Legion. You've been playing senior Legion since your freshman season. And I think you're going to prove to people that you can be a high-level college baseball player by doing it the old-school way. I know you're not much of a talker, so I'm kind of putting words into your mouth. So you just want to confirm to the people that, like, hey, this Legion thing's all right.
Yeah, Legion's the best.
All right, well, give us top two things you like about Legion.
It's the brotherhood. We're all friends. We all love this. We all play every day. Play good competition.
Well, that was like three things. I dig it, man. Well, hey, Coach McFarland's a big fan of yours, big fan of all you guys. I know he was tuning in tonight. He actually might be here. I don't know. I'm not sure. He's elusive like that. But, hey, y'all made a good run this year. Won Big South. You going to go get that state championship next year?
Yeah, 100%.
All right. Well, go get the old man. What's up, old friend? It's good to see you, man. How you been?
Good. How are you?
Life treating you well at Cleveland?
Yeah.
I heard you swung the bat pretty well this year.
Yeah, I hit good.
I'll say they got to put that ball back in your hand a little bit. Another win on the mound. So is this your first pitching performance since coming back from school?
Nah, I threw this time last week.
Okay.
I don't know who we played. Some team from South Carolina.
Beat them.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So, hey man, JUCO route, right? We talked a lot about it when you were in high school. Do you think that from your first year at Cleveland, like what did you learn about the junior college route that some of these guys that are coming up behind you might need to know?
I mean, going into it, I knew it was going to be competitive, but it's obviously way more competitive than I even anticipated. And then
I think that's college baseball in general.
Yeah, I like the work.
Yeah.
Getting to get closer with all those guys you see them every single day.
Yetis. Right,
yeah.
So I would say it's an interesting mascot for Shelby.
Yeah, I like it.
I was gonna say you guys need a mascot for 82. We were sitting there in the broadcast. I want to be the Yetis or something, the Bigfoots. I don't know, but hey, so you're our player of the game. 4 innings pitch, winning pitcher, big RBI double. We're not doing any CamWood stuff anymore, but just wanted to shake your hand and say, hey, you're our first ever Papas and Beer player of the game. That's our new headline sponsor. Yeah. So it's good to see you guys.
Thank you.
Hey. Keep doing good things in Cleveland County, y'all. I'm sorry that I had to chase you down and pull you away from the team, but we appreciate the heck out of y'all, man. Take care, all right?
Sir.
All right, so that was Wyatt McSwain, Luke Rayfield, Drew Dixon, and Landry Olmstead. Again, thank you to Papas and Beer for headline sponsoring the American Legion streaming series. And remember, for California-influenced Mexican cuisine with award-winning taste, get over to Papas and Beer of Hendersonville for dining or takeout. So, again, congratulations, Wyatt McSwain, the Papas and Beer player of the game. Guess I'll see you in a couple.
See you.
Let me turn these off. So
Baseball University of the whoop. We've got an echo. Excuse me, guys. Baseball University of the Blue Ridge. Thank you for tuning into the American Legion streaming series presented by Papa's and Beer Authentic Mexican Grill out of Hendersonville, from Shelby, North Carolina, at Veterans Field, at Keeter Stadium, and on the campus of Shelby High School. This has been coverage of North Carolina American Legion Area 4 baseball, where the Shelby Post 82 squad defeats the Asheville Post 70 Cardinals by a score of 7-1. For Ryan Cook, I am Hunter Street, wishing you a good night.